true meaning of courage is act in the face of fear.
Wait, Daddy.
What?
Courage is directly tied to justice. The anger that you have should be channeled to stand up for what's right, not using your anger to be destructive and trying to get your lick back because a motherfucker cheated on you. And if you knew men and accepted them for the way they are and stopped forcing them to be in some type of delusion land, maybe you wouldn't have got your feelings hurt. Maybe if you had the courage and the self-value and the self-esteem to fucking leave, maybe you wouldn't have got as damaged as you did.
Oh.
So what you mad at? You need to be mad at yourself. So instead of taking that anger and channeling it into something righteous that stands up for the justice of people who can't stand up for themselves, no, you decide that you want to be just as reckless and destroy everything around you, including yourself. This why the women can't get with my message, because they don't know what I'm saying, because they not on that frequency. But this has always been the message. This has always been the message. I ain't never been on no dark femininity BS. Temperance. Woo, this is a good one. Temperance is to be balanced and live according to our own nature. This concept is neatly presented by the lotus flower. It has its roots deeply buried in the mud and submerges itself before reblooming each new day on its own accord, the perfect metaphor for the human life. And what nature? Your divine nature, your authentic self, not your ego, animal self. So, temperance. Let me give you the actual definition for temperance. Why is this also depicted as a woman? The quality of moderation or self-restraint. The quality of moderation or self-restraint.
Who is it?
Men, I taught you
Come in.
that the male's orbital frontal cortex is smaller in relation to his amygdala than the female's. Women have a larger orbital frontal cortex, which means that women have greater impulse control. Naturally, women have greater impulse control, which means women have greater levels of temperance. But women are wanting men to be women and take the responsibility that was bestowed upon women. You want men who have lower levels of impulse control to have more self-control than you. So now you try to prove that you can be just as sexually undisciplined as a man.
No. I told, why are you asking me again?
You have fallen far from grace. And I don't know what make any of you think that I'm going to push a message that tell you to go out there and hop on this Peter Wacker and that one and accept you and raise you up as a goddess. No, ma'am, you don't belong there. You don't belong there. You think being feminine is placating to the male sex drive. You think being feminine is placating to your ego. It's not. It's about being divine, going towards God. And the reason why men ain't going there is because you ain't going there. Because wherever the woman go, that's where the man goes. And the reason why the men are not elevating is because of you. You, the one who's supposed to stand for wisdom. You, the one who's supposed to have higher levels of temperance. You, the one who's supposed to have courage. How you expect a man to respect you or even worship you? This is what you want, and you willing to put him before your child, and they don't do that nowhere in nature. But you do. You do. You let a man violate your doggone kids and you don't do nothing. And you think being quote unquote submissive is being a woman. Ain't nothing about those 4 virtues spell out submission. Not a single thing of those 4 virtues spell out submission. What you want me to say? What you want me to say? What you want me to do? You want me to continue to coddle women and tell them they can't do it? You want me to continue to give women excuses for being uncultivated? Demons who have a natural power to either make or break somebody, and they're choosing to break everything around them? You think I'm going to push a message that keeps women divided instead of working together divinely? Y'all, all these women want is to stay in darkness. They want to know what they need to do, how they need to fix their body to get attention from a man, to get a man to want to sleep with her so that she can feel like she got power over that man. That ain't what my message is about. It ain't never been about that. And the reason that I taught you about men is so that you could descend to them, so you could go here. So you could descend to men and go here, so that you could understand that the responsibility is yours. It ain't theirs. And that's the part where a lot of women fell off because they can't accept that. It is you, ma'am. It's you. So what do y'all want me to do? You want me to tell a lie? You want me to coddle grown women like they're children? I got some stuff I want to play for you. Okay?
I just finished watching a video of a young lady crying and upset because she can't take on particular jobs because she has children. And by her having these kids, she can't take on these particular jobs because she doesn't have help. But I find that in the comments, everyone is saying, it's the village. They don't make the village like they used to. And let me tell you why the village is not like it used to be. Because the village told Brittany, when she got pregnant with that first child, Brittany, don't lay up and have no more babies. Brittany, you struggle to take care of this one. We're going to help you with this one, but we're not going to help you take care of all these kids if you keep having kids. And guess what Brittany do? Brittany lay up and she keep making kids with all these different men. Not only that, Mama and Papa had to put Brittany out because she got all these kids. And now Brittany's in her own place, but yet she's still calling me, my Papa, the TTs and the cousins and everybody, because now she's crying and saying the lights are going to be turned off and her and the kids going to be in the dark. And did I fail to mention that Brittany has a ninja laying over there in the house? And on top of that, now the family had to pay the light bills. Now Brittany is always calling and saying she needs gas money because she cannot get her and the kids back and forth. She needs to get to work and she don't have gas to drop the kids off at school. Oh, did I fail to mention that Brittany is letting this ninja drop her off at work in her car, and he's the one who's driving all the gas out the car? Not only that, Brittany dropped her kids off at Mima and Papa house. And she knows she have young children in diapers. And she don't even send no diapers nor no wipes with her children. So now Mima and Papa, they have to scrub their 2 nickels together to go get her kids some diapers. Not only that, Brittany get food stamps. But when she drop her kids off at Mima and Papa house, she sends no food, or she don't even offer food stamps to Mima and Papa when she gets some. So Mima and Papa are already over there struggling to feed themselves. But now they had to take their scraps and also divide it between Brittany and her kids. Not only that, when Brittany do get off work, she don't come right over there to Mima and Papa house to get her children. She goes out with her friends and say, "Oh, Mama need a break too." Do I need to carry on? Why the village is not like it used to be? The village is tired.
So this guy found out that his wife was cheating.
Yeah. The village is tired. The village is tired. Because women lack temperance. They are sex addicts. They are sex addicts with low self-esteem and no self-worth and no understanding about who and what they are and what their true position is. They lied to y'all and told y'all that stoicism was for men, but that's actually for women because all of the virtues are depicted as women. All of it is in line with female nature or female neurology. Let me put it that way. All of it is in alignment with female neurology. So women out here being intemperate in sex because they want validation. And what come with sex? Babies. Who she can't take care of. Yet, anytime somebody want to try to challenge me on some quote-unquote homosexuality or whatever, the only thing that they can say is, if men and women ain't together, how we gonna have babies? But this what you do to the babies. You got 9 billion people on the planet, and this what you do to the babies.
By the way, if you're anywhere in this area, New York, Brooklyn, anywhere on the East Coast, please be aware of this man. If you see him, please report him. Apparently he's on the run, but he was confronted by the mother of his child. She stated that he took her virginity and she was bleeding, but that is grape. That is grape. There is no such thing as a father taking his daughter's virginity. That is grape.
That's a shame. Now, why is this important? Why is that important? Because before you even have kids, before you have one kid, you was childless. Now, I'm not talking about women who were SA'd and had kids as a result of the SA. I'm talking about women who voluntarily invite men. Now, I wrote the 41 Shades of Men, the pursuit to subdue and use you so that you could be educated on the men who are in your face. In chapter 18, if you have the book, you can turn to chapter 18. Chapter 18 is the I want your child man. And for some reason, like Farrakhan said, you want to put this far in the back of your mind and pretend that it don't exist. And by you pretending against the male's nature, you set your children up for failure because you don't want to live in the real world because you a coward. You won't stand up for justice in the face of any fear. You would just rather lie to yourself and say that the man is put here to protect you, and you have yet to see where they're protecting you. And you just keep bringing children here because you want to justify your desire for sex. You just gonna keep bringing kids here and using procreation as an argument to justify why you want to have sex. And you want me to just talk about men so it can make you feel better. So you don't have to look at yourself and see how far from grace you have fallen. Because you don't want to do the work. You don't want to have no self-control. You don't want to have no self-discipline. You don't want to have temperance, which is also depicted as a woman. You sitting up here waiting on men to be women. And that's why when you hear a person like me and you see a woman like me, you quickly categorize me as a man because you don't know what it means to be a woman. Because if you knew what it means to be a woman, you would understand that wisdom is a woman. You would understand that standing up and speaking up for other people is justice, and that's a woman. Right?
Oh, yeah.
You would understand self-discipline is a woman. Temperance. What you looking at is a woman, but you have been misled to believe that a woman ain't nothing but a sexual object. And you've been promoting yourself as such, a sexual object that do domestic labor, a fucking slave. And I keep telling you that my name is the Queen Maker. I don't make slaves, I free them. I don't make slaves, I free them. Some of y'all took my channel for entertainment. This is not for to get it together. It's on you. It's always been on you. So, I hope y'all like how we doing this thing, because we're going higher, we're going higher, we're going higher. I got trivia questions that I want y'all to answer. If you send a super chat to the show, if you join as a member, right, you will be recognized as a sponsor to the show, right?
Oh, I had to scoop that wet.
I want you to stick around for the credits at the end so you can see your name.
That's so I can eat. That was getting on my
Stick
nerves.
around to see your name at the end.
I would have took the whole thing off, but I ain't gotta be that.
We finna go to our trivia question. Then we gonna holler out everybody who sent the super chat. And then I might do a couple phone calls. And that'll be the show. All right? So let's go ahead and get ready